Welcome to Student Connections, where students connect with their community.
Hello and welcome to Student Connections. I'm Carly Agostino, and today we're going to discuss the March of Dimes annual walk coming up this Sunday. Joining me today is Renee Soulier and Vicki Messenger. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, Carly. Thank you for having us.
Of course. For any of our viewers that are not familiar with the March of Dimes goals, can you share your organization's mission?
Well, the mission is to promote healthy babies, and we do that through advocacy, research, and education. And we have a great website that a lot of this information is uploaded, so anyone that becomes pregnant or is interested in having a baby, they can do their research online at our website.
That sounds like a helpful tool. This Sunday, you will be hosting one of your biggest events of the year, the March of Dimes walk through downtown Port Huron. Can you give us some of the details?
I have my own team, as you can see, and we walk, we start at the college at SC4. At 9 o'clock, we like to meet there, and then we walk down.
Kick off at 10.
We kick off at 10 o'clock, and then we go through a arch of baby shoes hanging, so it's a really fun, time to go out through that. And
It's a fun event. What we do is that people come in and they register, and before the kickoff at 10 o'clock, we have some fun and games, some dancing, some exercises, and we take off and walk down to the YMCA, and then we turn around and walk back to the Blue Water Bridge, and then turn around and come back to the College Center. And then we're waiting for you to have a fun event. We have a party, basically, and we have a bounce house for young children. And there's some activities that older, kids and teenagers and adults will enjoy.
How many walkers do you expect to participate?
About 1,200. We usually have registered about 900, but we have some walk-ins that day. And then one of the things, when I have had the clicker, I like to count the babies because that's the whole reason we're there. So if you count the babies and the individuals that are in wheelchairs, counting everybody, it's about 1,200 people will finish the walk on Sunday.
That's a great turnout. What do you think the highlights are that you take along with the walk that people enjoy the most?
The checkpoints.
yeah, the checkpoints are always fun. We have, this year we have the YMCA doing one. We have Vinkier's Foods. We have
The Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts are going to do a checkpoint this year. But it's fun. You'll get a drink, you'll get some bottled water there, and maybe a snack. And then you have a route card, so and arrows will show you where to go next from that checkpoint.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And when you get back to the finish line, we'll have pizza and hot dogs for the participants. Everybody gets a ticket for a hot dog and a pizza coupon also.
So there's a little bit of a benefit if you walk, you get a
Yeah.
snack or something.
We'll feed you lunch.
Before and after the walk, you talked about the activities that are held at SC4. Can you just elaborate a little bit more on those?
The pre-activities?
The post.
The
ones.
post. Well, normally we have a hot potato game, there's hula hoop, there's
Crafts.
the Macarena. There's, Shawn Michaels from WBTI, or formerly of BTI. He's now doing the programming at Radio First. And he heads that up and he makes sure that it's a fun time. He gets the audience to participate.
That's awesome. Do you guys often have walkers that come back yearly?
Oh yes, we have teams that have walked for many years. I mean, we've been doing this over 70.
How many years have
Yes.
you been doing it with your
I've
team?
been doing it 4 years. This is our 4th year doing it. And I have usually 100 walkers on my team. But, I mean, you can walk individually, you can walk as a team, you can walk just two of you and your friend. So you don't have to have a team to walk with to join us.
And there are people that will run the route. Last year when I was doing the clicker, we had a gentleman cross the line twice running. And so there's a wide variety of people. As I said earlier, you know, there's some people that participate in wheelchairs. You have some women that will have, they'll be pulling wagons with children in their wagons.
And this year we have a theme every year, and this year it's movies. So each checkpoint, hopefully, well they will have a themed checkpoint. And we're encouraging kids this year to dress up in their favorite movie, whether it be Elsa or, you know, Power Rangers, whatever the top thing is that they like. Dress up, have fun, just come and have fun with the day.
It's another reason to get the Halloween costume out.
Yeah, get that second use out of it.
Yeah, I have a niece, so I know that she likes to wear her Halloween costume, so that's
Yeah,
a good idea.
They
for
love
the
to dress
parents.
up.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
With like the small groups or just people walking by themselves, do you normally see groups more or just like solo?
It's a mix. It's a mix. There are some big teams. Renee's team actually was one of the top teams in the state of Michigan, and with her 100 participants.
That's amazing.
And so you do get people with large teams, you have small teams, and you will have someone that's just walking by themselves or just, you know, a mother and a child, but you don't have to be part of a team to participate.
That's nice, the diversity between like the teams or just being by yourself. Mm-hmm. Do the walkers get a kit or other paperwork to record pledges before they walk?
Mm-hmm. A lot of it is done online now with all of our technology today. You can just sign up at www.marchforbabies.org, and that will walk you right through your sign up. Or we can get to you one of these little brochures, and you can sign up right on this. This tells you a little bit of where our monies go. And we have incentives. If you raise $100, you get a free T-shirt for the March of Dimes, and et cetera, et cetera. It's got all kinds of fun information on this. See, my team's on here.
That sounds like a helpful tool. Are there any businesses or other organizations that assist in walking with as sponsors?
We have companies that sponsor our event. We've had our national sponsors are on the front of the brochure, and that would be Kmart, Famous Footwear, Macy's, Cigna Insurance, United, and Mission Pharmaceutical. And then we also have the big three, but they're listed out, the big three with the UAW. And then locally, our two primary sponsors are the Physician Healthcare Network, Radio First, and then the Times Herald, which is now Michigan.com. So those are all our sponsors, and we look forward to that. But we do have many other sponsors that some of them will give us a gift to help cover. We have sponsors that are paying for this bounce house. So we have like 3 different sponsors that are involved with paying for the bounce house. The hot dogs are paid for by some of the local vendors, and actually Searoy's, Vinkier Foods, and I know there's others, but you know, so we have many different companies that are helping us out with this, and it's quite a long list because a lot of them step forward to help us out.
That's wonderful because it's such a great cause to add to and help. It must take a lot of volunteers to have the event run smoothly. How many of those volunteers would you say you have?
I would say there's probably 50 to 80 volunteers because we need to mark the route. We'll be having people stationed along the route to, especially in the areas where construction is happening on the crosswalks. There are the individuals running the checkpoints, and so some of the checkpoints will have 2 people, some of them will have 10 people, depending on how involved and how much of a party they're having at their checkpoint. And then there's the behind the scenes for the registration, the counting, serving hot
tent.
dogs, pouring pop. We have all kinds of things, and we've worked with the health department to have their approval, so we're an approved event as far as serving food safely.
Yeah, it sounds like it's very busy and there needs to be a lot of hands.
Yep.
The walk is certainly a large event to help with your budget. What % of your annual budget is accounted for through this event?
I would think about 40% locally. And nationally, I would say it would be right around in that figure too, that it would be in the 40% range. There are other events that happen here in the community. Specifically, we have our signature chefs, and there's also the Jail and Bail. And that one is held in, this year it was the February 2nd. It was early February. And then the signature chefs is usually held in late September. And those are our 3 big events. And then we also have Blue Jeans for Babies and Reading Champions. That's a big one for the elementary students that become involved in our event, our fundraising.
It sounds like you guys have a lot of community-wide things that you have to take care of. Is there anything else you would like to share with us about the March of Dimes?
We work hard. We have it's a tough mission to provide the education and the resources to the community and others to ensure that there are healthy babies and that moms are educated as far as the little things that they can do before they become pregnant.
And while they're pregnant,
Right.
the importance of taking folic acid, and that was one thing founded by the March of Dimes, and also the APGAR test that every brand new baby that is born gets. And there's a lot of things that we do, but we've had restructuring done this past year, so the Port Huron office is no longer open, but that doesn't mean we don't have a Port Huron March for Babies or March of Dimes, period. We have employees that are still working here, but they'll work from home. We will have an address. We have dedicated volunteers.
Many dedicated volunteers. Our board of 30 individuals is now a committee. Many of those individuals decided to stay involved even though we are not a board of directors. We are a committee of dedicated people that want to, we believe in the mission, strongly believe in the mission, and believe that there is a reason why we're here. But some of the March of Dimes nationally made some changes where they closed many offices, and they're not funding. They don't have to pay the bill. They don't have to pay for rent anymore because employees are working from home or they're working with their computers and their cell phones, which is the new business model anyways, is getting away from brick and mortar structures and working with your laptop. And at the same time, that gets them out meeting people in the community and not just in an office.
You guys are definitely very passionate, and I can see that. And I'm glad that you're sticking around and that the Port Huron is still going to be here, and it's a great cause. So thank you both for coming in and sharing about your cause.
Thank you, Carly, for letting us tell you about the March of Dimes.
Thank you, viewers. We hope you become involved with the March of Dime Walk this weekend. You can go to the March of Dime website to get more information about all of their great work. Be sure to join us again next time on M6, your hometown station.